The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has released the name of a 2-year-old girl who was killed in an auto pedestrian accident. Deputies say Michaela Hope Wilcox died in the accident at about 1:30 yesterday afternoon on Sandringham Road south of Old Sour Lake Road. According to witnesses, a relative was backing out of the driveway when Wilcox walked into the path of the vehicle. The 2-year-old died at Christus Hospital St. Elizabeth. Investigators are calling it a tragic accident. Law enforcement officers say all of the technology in the world can't eliminate the risk of auto pedestrian accidents, but KFDM reporter Callie Desimone explains there are times when it might help reduce the risk.
The sensors on these vehicles usually are mounted in these bumpers along the back. A sensor would pick up a child back here.
Beaumont police officer Eric Wilson says audible sensors are one tool to help save lives. And even before drivers get into a car,
Do a quick survey around your vehicle before you get in it to back out.
the traffic unit officer says drivers should constantly look in their rear and side view mirrors.
Double check, triple check, whatever you have to do to make sure that there's nothing behind you, especially a child.
But Officer Wilson says what you see may be deceiving.
Blind spots are a lot larger than you think. This cone represents the sight line from the driver mirror. It's nearly 60 feet away from the vehicle.
Officer Wilson and Officer Bobby Rector use this exercise to measure how far blind spots can reach.
The drill we're doing right here is he's looking in his rearview mirror. He's going to honk his horn as soon as he sees any part of this cone, strictly using that rearview mirror.
Blind spots affect drivers whether they're looking in their rearview mirror, the side mirrors, even if they turn their head and look directly out the back window. The results may surprise you. Each cone measures how far the blind spot stretches.
What the driver saw when they physically turned their head and looked out the rear window. This cone represents what he saw looking strictly out of the rear view mirror. That cone represents what the driver saw looking strictly out of the side view mirror.
That means an object or a child won't come into clear view unless they're farther than 60 feet away. Wilson says using a second set of eyes may be the only way to prevent a backover.
They make a relatively inexpensive camera that you yourself can install on your vehicle that gives you a view. I think it mounts right above your license plate.
A small price to pay, Wilson says, when it comes to a loved one's life.
Those are priceless as far as I'm concerned.
In Beaumont, Callie Desimone, KFDM 6 News.
And we did some checking online and learned backup cameras are available for as little as $50.